So today's the day we replace, well, pretty much everything you see here. It's a job I've been meaning to do from day one. Yeah, lots of strips of lights. So everything's nice and bright in here now. I can see inside the little cubby holes and the shelves and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, really good. The camera does make a bloody good job of making it appear much lighter than it actually is. Oh well, I'm happy with it anyway. Yes, the famous antenna gate problem. I'm not sure we actually hit something with it, or I'm not sure if just the wind got it or whatever, but yeah, we came out one morning, it was bent, so it's been replaced with this one, which actually works loads better. So yeah, I'll link that one down below. It even fits on the same brackets and screw holes and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, actually better improvement over the other one as far as signal and data speed. So, one of my little tasks that I was starting today was just to put some more USB sockets around this area. So kind of like in there or something like that. Because we've got a little Alexa speaker that we want to put in there. Yes, this is a bit of a mess right now. And also to charge things as well. And there's only one USB socket right up there, and for the time being I've been splitting it off using all sorts of different splitters and cables and stuff like that. So whilst doing that, one of the things that you might notice in our van, which we don't record a lot while driving, is because everything squeaks and rattles. So I'm going to take out all of that so that I can prevent some of the squeaks and rattles. Because so we've got this little addition to help us with the fridge and freezer storage right now. Quite a nice little car fridge, decent capacity in there, and last night it got down to freezing temperature of -17 in 2 hours. We're powering it off the little power oak for now because there are no 12-volt sockets in the back of the van just yet. Not got round to that bit. It goes between 31 watts and 47 watts. I guess depending on how much power the compressor needs. And we've got it under the bed, and we didn't hear it at all last night. It's really quiet. Seems to be really good. Obviously it's not its final resting point. We're going to see if we can find a place inside the van for it. Maybe kind of like over there on the inside underneath the foot of my bed, just so it's more accessible for things that are, you know, kind of going to be needed in the van. So if you're interested in the little 12-volt compressor fridge freezer, so it does go down to -20, or you can use it obviously just as a fridge. I think it goes up to +10, so really good. Obviously I'm filming now, so Cooper's having a drink. Coop, thanks for having a drink, pal. Thank you.
What, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'll put some links in the video description down below, or it might even be fancy. I'll put it on our motorhome page on the website, so you can click on the link now, go there and buy it from there. But really cheap considering how good it is. So right now, because we want to use this box here to put the new compressor fridge in, we just want to make sure that we're insulating these pipes, because what we don't want to do is generate a ruckload of heat in here that the compressor fridge has then got to work against. Plus the fact that it'll make these pipes more efficient. But in our system, when this is on, those pipes do actually get quite warm, which is obviously wasted heat. The heat should really be flowing through the pipes and not dissipating through the side of the pipes. So Mandy is now insulating using this little silver bubble wrap stuff. I'll put a link to it down below. It's off Amazon. It's a few pounds, it's not expensive at all, and it's great for little jobs like this. Like I say, makes your piping more efficient.
Yeah.
So that's it, all done now, all wrapped up, nice and neat there, put back. So that is the compressor fridge in place. Obviously I put some power down there for it, and yeah, it seems quite efficient. We've had it now for about a month. We had it as a freezer to start off with, because we had a lot of stuff that we wanted to take up to Scotland, but it did consume more power that way. So yeah, it consumed as a freezer down to -18. It consumed about 25 amp hours a day, whereas now we've got it as a fridge. We've got it set to, I don't know why it's set to 1 degree. I think it's set to 3 degrees. But yeah, it's very efficient. It only kicks in every now and again, and you can have loads of cans in there, loads of food in there. little handle there. Comes with a tray or a basket you put in there, but we've not really bothered with that. Just put all the cans in a bag and then we can lift them out if we need to. And yeah, it's quite quiet. The compressor side of things is down at the front and it's quite quiet. Doesn't really keep us awake at night or anything like that, considering it's underneath my bed. Trying to find squeaks, what you're looking for really is the edges of surfaces rubbing against each other. So that smooth kind of edge there rubbing against, you know, that smooth edge where you can see it's happening. So the underside of that cupboard is rubbing there against there. But also, for some reason, this piece that they've added touches that piece there. So we hear that going down the road. So you just need to isolate the two pieces. So that means unscrewing whichever one's attached somewhere and then just putting something, even if it's just like a strip of gaffer tape trimmed so you don't see it, or some cellophane or anything, small bit of plastic, something like that. Just anything that isolates the two surfaces, because smooth wood against smooth wood will always make that noise. I don't know why they've done it, but obviously they have. So it's now time to fix it. Right, so that's that one sorted out. That does not now squeak at all. And all we've used is these little food bags and slid them in between. You can just about work out there and then cut them off. So you see a little bit sticking out down the bottom here. I've not cut that one off yet. And that is enough that now doesn't squeak. So today's the day we replace, well, pretty much everything you see here. The inverter's going for a Pure Sine Wave, so we can charge both bike batteries at the same time, because that struggled to do it. I'll explain more about that in a bit. And we are replacing both our AGM batteries with 2 lithium batteries. And I'll explain more about that in a minute. But for now, obviously, we just need to disconnect everything, reroute wires and remove straps and all that kind of stuff. Whew, knackered now after lifting those two out. But obviously lithium batteries, AGM batteries, you got to know what the difference is in weight, because that is one of the benefits, as well as the increased power capacity or longevity of the battery, is the weight saving. So let's weigh, using, whether it's calibrated or not I don't know, but let's weigh the AGM batteries.
It'll be rough, it'll do.
It'll be rough as anything.
Is it going to break the weight gauge? That's the question.
Right, well that might not work like that. How much is that? 25, 6, 7. 27 kilos.
27 kilos.
So, 27 kilos for the lead acid. Let's reset that.
That is
just
13 kilos.
13 kilos. So that is what, 14, so 28 kilo saving.
2 for the price of 1.
Pretty much. 2 for the weight of 1.
2 for the weight of 1,
yeah.
Not the price of 1.
No. So you find me fitting the new control panel for the new inverter. Strangely enough, and really nicely actually, it's exactly the same size as the old little controller for the old inverter. So these are my electrics, and I'm not one of those people where I put it on show, and nor do I think it's a piece of art. It's functioning electrics just like any other electrics. It's safe. Everything's done perfectly safely and properly. So for example, you know, I've got the positive from this battery linking into there, and I've got the negative from that battery linking into there. So I have my flow over the 2 batteries. All the negatives come out to there and go through the shunt, and on this side all the positives come out of this side and either go to the inverter. That one goes out to there, and that one goes into my fuse box. My fuse box has my engine charge and my solar charge going through the fuse box, so that's how it feeds back through. And that's the simplest way really you can ever do it. Have all your charges and loads coming through a fuse box, and then make sure that the cable to the fuse box is sufficient to supply and give all those loads, and then you're golden, as they say. Your negative side should only really have 2 cables going to it, if you've got the shunt involved like I have. And that's a great thing to let you know all your loads and all that kind of stuff. We've got little brackets on the side there, back and forward, and they're strapped down. Obviously they're much lighter weight than the previous ones, so they're all okay. And then we've got a new 3/6 kilowatt peak Pure Sine Wave inverter, so we can charge the e-bikes and everything else, because the other inverter was struggling. So there it is, decommissioned, really sad down there. And we've just changed over the little control cable for this new one, so I need to neaten things up a little bit, fit the inverter in there because it covers the batteries, and yeah, that's it, done and dusted for this install. So one of the biggest upgrades we've done, and this is a bit of a cheat because we haven't actually done it this week, we did it a couple of months back. It's just that, you know me and testing, and when it comes to lithium batteries, you know we want to get it right after last time. So absolutely brilliant for what we need, loads of power, nice and reliable, obviously very lightweight. These are strapped down and everything, so nothing's going to move or anything down there. Yes, there are lots of wires in there. Don't worry about if your electrical system isn't quite how should we say, showroom ready.
Yes, a showpiece itself.
Yes, it's not a showpiece, so it doesn't get seen, therefore it is just as it goes. So that's basically our system. I just wanted to show you because some people like to look at them. It's a bit like boobies, I guess. It's nice to have big ones. Sometimes people just want to look at them.
Boobies.
Yeah, lithium batteries, like a good pair of boobies. This is our new 3 kilowatt with a 6 kilowatt peak boost on there. So that means it's a 3 kilowatt it will give you 3 kilowatts, or it will peak at 6 kilowatt, and it is a pure sine wave as well. That is a beast of an upgrade that we did, mainly so that we could charge our e-bikes, because the modified sine wave inverter we have wouldn't do that. And generally there was a few other things that we wanted to do. Mandy wanted to change a coffee machine, and that wouldn't work on modified sine wave, only pure sine wave. So if we just blame it on Mandy, really, Mandy and a coffee. Well,
that's the reason why we have the electrical system we do, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, we bought these batteries out of our money. They are not freebies, no one's given them us. I basically found a UK supplier that supplied the top spec lithium battery that had Bluetooth controllers built in.
All I remember is all the problems that we had last time we had lithium, and the constant, like, just there was always something, because
loss of power, wasn't it, in the middle of the night or random times?
Like in the middle of the night, and there was a buzzing noise that went on, which was it scared the bejesus out of you in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it was the battery system saying it was low voltage or no voltage.
Yeah, and then these times when I, it looked like I had enough power to get some coffee, put my coffee maker on, nothing. We'd run in the Instant Pot because it was sat at, like, we thought 75%, let's get the Instant Pot on, and then everything would just cut off in the van.
And we'd have no tea then, and we'd have no ability to get power back on.
No, not even lights and stuff. It was just, it wasn't the best thing.
So that's why you were worried about lithium, wasn't it?
Yes.
So now we've got this new lithium, what do you think now?
I think it's brilliant. I think it's as much as it's so much easier, it's kind of thoughtless now. Don't need to think so much about it. I'm still in a bad habit of saying, can I have a coffee? Instead of just looking and seeing that, if it says 62%, we've got 62%.
There we go. That's Mandy's review of why you should all buy lithium.
Yes, all buy lithium now for coffee and straighteners. So
this is what the BMV 712 Bluetooth interface looks like, where you can see the battery voltage, the amps coming in or out, the watts coming in or out, what you've consumed since the last full state of charge, and how much roughly it thinks you've got left on the battery. Starter battery I haven't hooked up, so we'll ignore that one, and the relay I haven't hooked up that either. So what we've got now is 2 lithium batteries that are both 108 amp hour capacity, or 100 amp hour capacity, and they have Bluetooth installed in them, which is absolutely great because I can see now exactly what power is coming in and out of the batteries, their own voltage, how many charge cycles they've had, if there are any faults on the batteries it comes up and tells us, and then I can check the other battery as well. Obviously both batteries come up there. There we go, 60%, that was on battery 15, battery 007, so one's a James Bond battery. is 60%. You've also got this little system where it tells you about the health of the batteries, and the password for this is 1234. And then you get battery information, and that tells you the individual cell banks and whether it's at high voltage, low voltage, all kind of errors that it might come up with, and those will pop up there, which is absolutely brilliant. But if you notice, the big figure in there on both batteries was 60%, and they are connected as a battery bank. So the BMV is saying 56%. Now I alter this like 2 or 3 times a day because it can never work out, and that's ultimately what failed last time, is the BMV can't work out that percentage of what's remaining in the battery, and that's what we use all the time, because what we've actually got up here is the little display, and that's what we really look at and go, oh, how much battery we got left? 56.4, but it's not, it's actually 60%. So hopefully that explains a little bit more about our battery situation. But yeah, I thought that these batteries are so good that they're worthy of a full review video. So the back of the cupboard there, I believe, is the actual moulding of the outside of the van. Look, that's the condensation. So it's just wet because obviously the heat on the inside is creating condensation to the cold surface, which is the outside of the van. Now it might well be insulated, or it might be thick of something, but what we need to do is remove the ability for condensation to form there. So I get some cork sheets or something like that for now, cork tiles, and put them on the top bit and then down the back, and hopefully get around that, because that is a crappy design flaw. So this is what we've got for the back of the cupboards up there. So plenty of these, 4mm thick, at least for our point of view. The fact that it isn't smooth is going to stop that build-up of condensation in the back. So that's what we found on the inside of the cupboards, which is the mould there. Obviously we use these for clothes, and we're not always in and out all the time for clothes. And obviously the other day I found condensation on the backboard there. So we're going to clean it up. Mandy's got some special cleaning stuff.
Aye.
So there we go, all done. Done the middle one as well, it's just that Mandy's packed it all back up again. And that's gone from the ceiling all the way down the back. And we got 3 layers on there. And Mandy's now so impressed with the work. It was so easy, wasn't it?
It was so easy. Mandy's turned into a grouchy cow, because it's hard and I'm sweaty and I've got to put all the stuff away, and I've got to cook tea because I married somebody who can't cook.
I can make crumpets.
You can make crumpets. Right, get going then.
Have we got any crumpets in?
Yes.
Oh cool, there we go.
Yes, we do.
Hey, winner. Crumpets for dinner.
Hey.
We've got some left in the pack, so I might see if we can find somewhere else for them as well. But yeah, 3 layers all the way across the back from the top down. So fingers crossed, that'll be the last time we have to worry about that. Beer, nachos, wrap. Mandy, you feeling better now?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes. Thank you.
For
just nodding and smiling.
You're welcome. You did a lovely job anyway.
Thank you very much.
It's very much appreciated.
Well, let's hope it does the job.
Yes, indeed.
Which is good, and now I'm not hungry, so it's all is well in the world.
Yay. Bless you. Oh, and for those people that say, do we ever eat greens? It looks like you're eating greens. Oh wow, look. So yes, the answer is we do eat greens collectively as a team.
I was going to say it doesn't count if I do and you don't, you know.
Oh, of course it does. Of course it does. So it's Saturday afternoon. It's not a particularly nice day, but it's not raining, and there's a job that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and you can tell because it isn't there, but to fix that scabby bumper. So headlamps out, they're there, clean it up a little bit, and then plasti dip. So it's had a couple of coats already. Use 1 tin and definitely needs a little bit more on it, a little bit patchy in places, as you can see. So we're going to go over it again. I fixed the back of the grill, because you remember that there used to be a split in there, so I fixed the back of it. The only thing that you're probably going to notice is that I didn't take the badge off. I'm not really too fussed about the badge, in all fairness. There's one right above the window anyway, if you look at it there. There we go, new front end all done. What do you think to that then, eh? Ah, that's better, isn't it? Look at it. Way better. Oh yeah. Really happy with that. Been waiting to do that job since we bought the van. Good morning. Find us at a little park up near a pub. Well, actually in the pub car park. And if you look behind me, the gates are still locked. So yeah, we're a bit shocked by that. Guess we'll have to wait until someone turns up, but we can leave. But yeah, last couple of days been busy. We've been doing all sorts of little jobs on the van to get it ready for a big trip. It's a bit different than last time in that we have no definitive date. We're guessing Brexit's going to kind of deal our hand, if you like, on when we've got to come back. Yeah, I can't wait this time. Actually, it feels a lot different than it did last time. When we set off last time was all about like a little holiday, whereas over the last few months, especially lockdown and things like that, and having a new van, we've obviously got used to living in the van now. Everything that the van means to us, everything we need is in there, and obviously, as you've seen with some of the upgrades we've changed to this time and what we've done, it's far more comfortable now. It's a home from home. It's our home on wheels, that we can sit in for as long as we want now. Really, we have the capacity to sit inside that van, go nowhere for 2 weeks if we want to. Not that we ever would. I think lockdown's definitely got me on the probably 2 or 3 days maximum I need to move. Yeah, I've sat around going nowhere long enough this year to last me a long time. But yeah, so at the moment we've been visiting family. Sadly, I can't get to see my family. My mum and dad are in North Wales. North Wales has been locked down for quite some time, but obviously now Wales is locked down as well. So that's a bit upsetting. We have been able to get to see Mandy's family and say goodbye. Say goodbye to all our friends as well. Morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Good.
How are you doing?
I'm all right, huh?
You excited?
I am. I am excited. I'll be more excited after I've had my second cup of coffee.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Num num. Yeah. Good stuff. Bit of a drive today, and then yeah, be there tomorrow.
Ooh. So what are you most looking forward to on this trip?
On this trip, just the countries.
Mm.
I think just seeing the places and the beaches and taking Coop out on them. I love the food, obviously. I didn't get to do that, but just not having to worry about park ups all the time. Not have to worry about finding ones with water and facilities and stuff. I think with lockdown happening more over here, that I'm just looking forward to it being easier over there to find places and get out of the way, and not worry about waters and toilets and stuff. So,
and anything thoughts wise about the difference from last time and this time?
I suppose this time we're spending Christmas over there, which is a big deal. Big deal for me. And that's no offence to you, because I just know that you've never been really a big Christmassy person anyway. But yeah, it might be. It's going. Only talking to one of my friends this morning about how different Christmas is going to be this year in England anyway. So
yeah, true.
Having it somewhere else kind of makes it feel like it's not wrong different. So for a way, we can't be with everybody anyway. Apart from being here, being annoyed that you can't be with your family.
People, yeah.
And see that. So hopefully that'll be a nice little change. But yeah, I know there's a few places we didn't manage to get to visit last time. I think there was a few that would have been difficult to get in there with a few vans, ones where I've only been looking for spots and stuff. So it'd be nice to get in and pick up all those little bits that we didn't quite get to do last time.
So what a week. Very odd one. Oh my God. Press record and Cooper has a drink. Always the way.
He's so funny.
He is.
He's so funny.
We've obviously been really busy. We came back from Scotland, went to Willow Fields, carried out a few essential jobs that needed sorting out on the van. And as you probably guessed with some of the inferences along the way, we're off to Europe for quite some time.
Yay!
Mainland Europe.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just wanted to get the van all sorted out, get us all prepped and everything like that. And we're so excited.
Oh, we are very much so. It's a big one, this one though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're...
It's not a holiday like the last one. This is properly going out and living the life that we want to lead, but over there.
Yep, so just travelling slow, stopping in nice places, eating the local food.
Seeing what we see.
Listening to Cooper drink. All the usual things that we do, really. But yeah, we can't wait. It's going to be so nice because we haven't technically got an end time, although there is something happening next year that we have to be ready for.
Yeah,
but
that's about it, really.
Yeah.
Don't forget to check Sunday's vlog as well for the full review of the batteries. If you are interested in that, there is a code Gadget with a capital G 35, and that gets you some money off. Links and everything to the batteries and all the other products featured that we've sorted, fitted, changed, whatever, are in the video description down below. And yeah, we'll catch you next week from Francais.
Francais.
Oui.
Oui, oui.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Oh, bye. Because we are still in England.
Yeah, take care, guys.
See you later.
Soon. Bye.